I'm ready to do a show. Suppose I should get started then. Nope. Alright, going live in 10, 9, 8. Hey world, it's Tobo. It's May 18th, 2013, and welcome back to the party. Now, a few things are going to be a little bit different this time. First off, there weren't... Let me start over. There wasn't a whole lot going on in the way of streaming, and hasn't been for the last little while. So I actually had to go back to April 20-something, 4th I think, grab a game from Tytalus versus James1221, and I'm gonna be casting that. So that's a thing. And the other thing is, I promised Storytime, because a little while back I played an absolutely amazing game of Spy Party, so I'm going to tell you about it. Here we go, here's Storytime. Alright, let's set the stage. We're on balcony. The way things start up, I wind up in the back, right in the corner, sitting in the conversation with the ambassador right next to me, and I managed to get a bug in really, really early on. But I don't think he saw it at all. But there are not enough people in conversation for me to feel safe banana breading for the win. In fact, I don't even think the double agent was in conversation. It's okay though, because I decided I was going to play the briefcase. I don't know why I decided this. I'm not very good at the briefcase, but I decided I was going to play the briefcase. Here's what happened. So, I take a walk over to the side of the map to pick up the briefcase. Of course, instantly, the entire conversation circuit fills up. Just like that. So I'm like, okay, sure. Let's deliver the briefcase, and then step into the conversation for my banana bread. Things didn't go according to plan. Now at this point, the ambassador was on the part of the conversation that's closest to where the sniper usually hangs out. It's there. That's where the ambassador is right now. So I walk around to go... Sorry, no, the ambassador's not there. He's at the window, right behind the conversation. So, I just got confused. Sorry about that. So, the ambassador's at the window. I've got the briefcase, and I walk in behind the ambassador, hoping to, do the usual, stand behind the ambassador, drop it off, get back in the circle type of thing. But I get caught on somebody in the circle, and wind up settling in the conversation circle. And I'm right on the edge of the drop-off radius for the briefcase. I'm like, okay, hopefully he didn't notice that. Maybe I can still salvage this. I'm just going to drop off the briefcase and hope he didn't notice it. And once again, things don't go according to plan. Because apparently I'm not quite in range to hand off the briefcase to the ambassador. I'm just outside range, so I wind up just talking. So, here we are on balcony, and I'm just standing in the conversation circle, holding a briefcase and talking. So I just type, in the chat, and I see the laser swing around, and the guy directly opposite me gets shot. I'm not even kidding. I don't remember who I was playing this game with, but he missed. It was probably the best game of Spy Party in ever. This was amazing. Now, I'm supposed to be casting something, I believe. So, we've got Tytalus versus James, and this is going to be, again, a shorter one because lack of streams, had to go back. This one's about 30 minutes. I know it's 10 games, so I can tell you that right off the bat, we're playing 10 games. Another thing that I forgot to mention, you only actually have one side of the stream. That's why I said it's going to be an old-style cast, because we don't actually have both sides. So, if you guys were around back at the beginning, when I just started casting, I was doing the one-sided stream casting. It was hard, but it worked, so I've gone back to doing it that way for this one. Hopefully there'll be more streams up for the Tuesday show. But until then, let's get things started. Tytalus starting out in the spy role. James playing sniper in any 3 of 4 balcony. No bug, no microfilm. And Tytalus, as his AI, take him right into the bookcase. Now keep in mind, microfilm's not an option, so this probably isn't too bad a thing. But one thing that's very interesting is he decided to leave out bug instead of swap, which is surprising. Here he comes, going to make his first flirt. And at this point, James knows for a fact Tytalus is going to have to visit the statues at least once. That's fairly key. This means Tytalus is probably going to want to save off on the statues. I'm not sure I like this too much. You can see there he got highlight, so he's working off an early highlight 30 seconds in. Wow, though, the seduction target decides to be super friend. That was a swap. I don't think it was intended. They're going into a third cycle at the statues. This could be bad. James, I don't think he sees it. I think Tytalus is alright. It's always scary when you go into a third cycle, though, because even though people it might not register with them that you're actually hitting a third cycle, it does feel like you've been there for too long. There's a fake banana bread. Now, again, I'm not incredibly fond of this because it's not unlikely with the amount of people that were there that the suspected DA was among them. Though, if he wasn't, that's a very... Wow, Flirt deciding to be really friendly. That's that mission done. One more necessary, but there's the shot. And James picks up the first game off of Tytalus. I know you're going to ask this, because people always ask this. I do have both my waters here, so I came prepared. You know, this is probably going to only go to about 40 minutes or something like that. I've got my waters. Everything is good. And if you are already in the beta and you're watching this, check the forums. Excitement is occurring. I will not say any more. As we go into Game 2, Tytalus as Sniper this time, James as Blondo with purple dress as the seduction target. Going with the same setup, no bug and no transfer. I didn't even actually pay attention to when the swap went off in the last game, so that's actually maybe what caused the shot, but I couldn't say for sure. Now, James winds up in a conversation, actually, fairly close proximity with his seduction target there. So, he should get an okay flirt right off the bat. If he hits a green test on one of the others, he'll be able to finish it in 3. There's the flirt, so he did get that off before his seduction target decided to leave. Tytalus likely about to start racking up his lowlights, because he is known for that. That is a thing he does. James still just hanging out in that conversation, which is a little bit surprising to me. Generally, you've made your first move by then, but hopefully, I mean, possibly he's gunning for a low light here. You never know. 30 seconds gone. Actually, I think that's 1:30 gone because unless my memory's exploding. Ballroom starts at 1:30, I believe. It's Courtyard that starts at 3 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes and 30, not 1:30. That'd be insane. Yeah, James still hasn't moved. Tytalus with 1 low light, 3 highlights. James staying as far under the radar as he possibly can right now. He's actually spent a couple of minutes as he finally goes off to the bookcase of all things. Not really sure what he's planning here. It's quite possible, looking at this, that he might not have even taken control. That doesn't make sense, considering purple dress. It's entirely possible, but I'm not sure. Purple dress is actually taking the suspicion away from James. At this point, I'm quite confident that James is either just deliberately not doing anything or hasn't even taken control. It's possible he has, though, because here he goes to the statues, but he's only in a position to get 2 of those inspects right now. So there's no way he's going to get his missions done. There's his highlight, but he's probably not going to be particularly suspicious for it. Is he going to do the... No, he's not. I was wondering if he was going to do the sidestep, but decided not to. Oh, he's definitely taking control now, because here's him probably finishing up his flirt. I'm a little bit worried about him not getting his banana bread, though. Oh, yeah, he's really motoring at the end here. Here he goes for his last inspect. 20 seconds to go. Here's his inspect. He's not getting shot for it. He needs to hit that BB. Actually, he does get shot for that, because he went for the swap, I believe? No, he didn't. He just got shot. That's fine. That's fine. Tytalus picks up a game there, and it's 1-1 after the first 2. 8 more to go. Now, nice thing about only having the one side is I can skip ahead to find the next game. They're moving on to balcony now. Tytalus is starting off the spiral, and that's a little technical issue that will be fixed when replays occur. So, a lot to be excited for that. Still hasn't taken control, which is interesting. That was some very AI-like pathing there, so... Here's the BB as well. Sadly, it was a white test. Really not what he wanted there. Because it was a fairly fast talk on the entry in that convo. Now, seduction target has been low lit at this point. Has an opportunity to bug here, but it's going to be super dangerous unless he can find some cover. Goes for the bug. Doesn't get it. The ambassador left on him. That was dangerous, but I don't think James saw it. I don't think James even really suspected it. So 1 minute left, and with no flirts, he may actually have to try for the bug. Ambassador decides to be weird. Here he goes for his flirt, gets a green test on that, so he's going to need 2 more in 40 seconds. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be possible. There's a fake BB hoping to pull a shot, but he white tested it. It looks like James is really thinking about that shot, if not just laser burning. 20 seconds to go. I don't think Tytalus is going to get finished here. He really has to bank on James actually taking a shot on this. Here's the 10-second mark. I think I think James is going to wait it out. Tytalus goes for the bug. Starts to dance. Starts to dance. 5 seconds to go. Takes a bullet. And James goes up 2-1. Snipers are having a good evening tonight. I might actually need all this water. That's kind of sad. I shouldn't have to drink that much in half an hour. Oh well, not a big deal. Here we go. More balcony. Tytalus as sniper this time around. James as purple dress with red flannel jacket as the seduction target. Going into game 4. All the usual lowlights. I didn't see any opening shenaniganry. There's a banana bread, hits the green test on it, and then takes a flirt. Actually earned a highlight somewhere, and the person who was talking during the banana bread got low-lit. That's a really bold move from Tytalus, but it looks like it's going to work out. Going all in on that green test. That surprises me. James getting another flirt in. Not a very good one, but it will do. Might be able to finish this flirt with one more. He's got 1 minute and 10 to do it. If he green tested that first flirt, or green tests the third, that flirt will be done in 3. Ooh, actually, flirt not in the best position, and I believe James got the quick talk in. But the seduction target takes the bullet. 92% was the count on the flirt. No, the final test was green. The other 2 were white. Didn't quite manage to get all the flirts done, but James goes up 3-1. James wins 3 more, and he's got this match in the bag as they move on to Courtyard 1. The lesser played of the Courtyards as Tytalus picks up the spy shoes. Looked like he might have gotten an early seduce, but decides to go for the statue instead. Not going to be able to swap this, so I'm not sure if he got highlight. If it was a pretty stealthy one. Goes for the bug, gets it. Doesn't look like James saw it either, so that was a very nice bug. Well played by never mind. Bug was, I mean, I assume it was seen because bullets happened. And James up 4-1 at the moment. He's cleaning up. Tytalus up against dark green dress with yellow danger as the seduction target. Let's see if Tytalus can start making a comeback here. Now James, not in a position really early on to do anything of consequence. Just hanging out in the conversation. Everything fine. James really, apparently, is in a mood to take it easy early on. Really just hanging out in this convo, not doing much. This Tytalus starts racking up the highlights. Actually, he only has 1 right now, so not exactly racking up the highlights, but hey, he's Tytalus. It's fairly logical to assume that he will. There's a banana bread, so that's 1 mission done at least. And a fairly decent flirt. It's certainly not a good one, but not terrible. Half the time's gone now as James heads to the window. James doesn't seem like the type to try a time ad here. There's the watch check. And it doesn't look like that was a time ad. James re-enters the conversation for a second flirt. And in all likelihood, he only needs one more to finish that up. Though he is running out of time. He's got 2 out of 4 missions done. He's going to have to play this really well if he wants to finish this up. Unless he got a fast bug in and I totally missed it. But I don't think he was able to with the starting positions. Here he goes to the statue. I believe he is picking up a 1. Hasn't been highlighted. Still carrying the proper statue. 30 seconds to go. He's really running out of time. I would not be surprised if he green tested a swap there. Ooh, that was not what he was looking for. James picks up another statue for the... Is that an... Did he swap that? That was supposed to be a 2. Yes, he did swap it. There's the overtime. And there's the shot. And let me just back up a moment here to see... Did the bug... Oh, it was... I missed a banana bread. No, wait, no, I didn't. I'm just being silly. That was his last inspect and his swap going on at the end there. Didn't quite manage to get away with that. But Tytalus is back within 2. We have a game. Tytalus picking up the spy shoes on Courtyard 2. Probably the most played map in Spy Party at the moment. Tytalus going in for some early flirts. Or only one early flirt. I thought he was going to try to be sneaky with it and get multiple, but nope. Just the one for Tytalus. That will have to do. Tytalus, a little bit of pathing weirdness as he goes to say hi to the statues. Actually goes for a swap. This could be disastrous. Walks away from it. Does James see it? He doesn't see it. James doesn't see it. Here he goes. Does he notice it now? I'm pretty sure he noticed it now. Watching that laser pretty close. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. If you saw it, he doesn't know who did it. So James, actually, I'm stupid because the swap didn't actually wind up happening, which is weird because I'm sure I saw the swap happen. Maybe he put it down fast enough that it didn't go through, I don't know. But, returns to the statue, gets a flirt, gets both his inspects, and doesn't try the swap this time. He's got a minute and 20 seconds to go with his inspects done, most of his flirts done, and in a good position to pick up the banana bread, except that the double agent decides he wants out of there. That is unfortunate. He's coming back, though. Yes, he does re-enter the conversation, but now the seduction target leaves before he can get his flirt off. He can still hit the banana bread, though, and that's what he's going for now. Hits the white test, but does get the banana bread off. Minute to go. A mission and a flirt to do. And it looks like he's more or less committed to the bug here because of that drink take. He's going to have a hard time reaching statues in a timely fashion. Make the bug more difficult as well, considering hand positioning as he goes in for his final flirt. Seduction target. Ooh, actually, not being as mean as I thought he was. 20 seconds to go. Let's see how he does this. Here's the final flirt. Gets that off. One more mission needs to be done. He takes a drink. 14 seconds to go. Let's see how he does this. He's either going to have to go for the bug or for the swap. Here he goes. I think it's going to be swap. Bypasses it all together. 2 seconds left. Missed his chance. He goes for the time ad. Gets it off. Wasn't seen. Takes his last drink. Tytalus almost got away with murder there, but he was found out with that time ad right at the end. That was a hell of a game. Holy mackerel. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So, that was Game 7. Game 8 on Courtyard 2. James playing as the Blue Danger brother with purple dress as a seduction target. Let's see how this pans out. Blue Danger. You can see him on the right side of the screen there. Sorry, that's left. I can't directions. Not a whole lot going on right off the bat. Checks his watch. I'm looking for time ads. Doesn't look like it, but he goes in a nice position for that first flirt right as our seduction target leaves. Now, I'm not sure if that was a real banana bread. It might have been. I'm going to go all in on yes. So did Tytalus, actually. James is in a bad spot here. It's quite possible he was trying for the flirt and clicked the button right after the seduction target left, which is a huge shame. James is not in a good spot here at all. He's gotten his double agent done after the first minute, but that is it. James is going to need a miracle to pull this off, but it has happened before, so don't count him out. Here he goes in. None of those are... Actually, purple dress is in there, but she's not in a particularly good place for that flirt. Does it anyways. If he green tested that, that should give him about a third. With 1:20 to go, James is in a bad spot, and he knows it. Not doing a whole lot right now. Good briefcase return from Orange Dress because she is an AI. So it, of course, was a good briefcase return. But honestly, Spy Party's never that open and shut. Takes the shot on James. Not 100% sure what prompted that, but it was enough. Oh, he went for the reflirt. Okay, I totally missed that. But Tytalus pulls it back within 2. He's actually on the brink of elimination here. It was a 2-5 scoreline. And let's see if this is the start of a comeback. Tytalus pulling it back within 2 with 2 games to go. He's got to win both of them if he wants to tie this up. Let's see if he can do it, as the last few games will be on balcony. A 3 of 4. No swap, no bug. Microfilm is viable, so starting out at the bookcase here, maybe not the best idea, but it did get him the flirt. Might actually try the microfilm right off the top. Doesn't, though. Thinks better of it. Actually followed the seduction. That can be somewhat suspicious at times, but I don't think James picked up on it. It does really help him out on that flirt. This could be exactly what he needs. Tytalus heading off to the statues here, goes to the middle so we can get all those inspects done at the same time. Might not get the left off though. Let's see how it goes. Double agent being kind and waiting for it, and actually gets it off. That surprises me. And the flirt decides to be a friendly person. But because of that, Tytalus didn't quite... Uh-oh. Tytalus missed the pad. This could be really bad news. Luckily, he came in at an angle such that James may not have seen it. I don't think he did, or else Tytalus would be dead by now. That was really dangerous. But I don't think I don't think Tytalus has even picked up a highlight yet, so he's in actually a fairly good spot, even though it doesn't feel like it. A mission and an inspect left to do. Let's see how Tytalus does this. Here he goes. Heading for his last inspect. There he picks up his highlight. There's the inspect. Double Agent says hi and then leaves because Double Agent. With a minute and 15 to go, just needs that banana bread. At this point, I don't think Tytalus is going to try to go for a last minute microfilm. Doesn't seem viable. Where's that Double Agent headed to? Where are you going? Nobody knows. Okay, going. Now, hopefully the AI won't completely screw over Tytalus here. Double Agent certainly isn't being friendly. And that's obviously what Tytalus is watching. Both her and the laser. Here we go. Looks like... Nope. Really, DA? Really? Are you serious? 24 seconds to go. We are so low on time, but here she comes. All right. Time is now. Green tested the DA. Gets his seduction target shot. And Tytalus has a chance to tie it at 10. Which will create yet another draw. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's suspenseful and awesome and all, but I don't know if I actually want it to happen. Because on one hand, that's hilarious. But on the other hand, I draw like 50% of the games I cast. So, I don't know, man. Either way, drama is occurring. So, here we go. Final match. White Danger Brother is James's spy of choice with purple dress once again as a seduction target. Let's see how this goes. Any 3 or 4, what missions will be picked? I'm actually interested to see what missions he's going to pick. Is he going to mirror or is he going to do his own thing? Tytalus is really lucky that he got away with that missed pad in the last game here. That was really, really dangerous. But luckily he was able to get away with that. And I'm actually just going to skip ahead here because this is taking a while. Wow, it's a good thing I did too. No bug. No microfilm. Here we go. White Danger is the spy. Purple dress is the seduction target. And James starts right out at the bookcases with no microfilm in sight. Although I believe Tytalus still marked the book for some reason. That's okay. James actually leaves with the book. That's very non-suspicious. Sometimes it even earns a low light. Not from Tytalus, though. He's on to him as James picks up his first flirt. I don't know if he was in range for 50%, but no, it looks like he's in range. I'm pretty sure he's in range for 50. So I don't have to get mad at him. James going back to that bookcase to put his book away. Tytalus has the wrong Danger Brother highlight at the moment, but there are 3 of them, so it's understandable. As James goes to an empty conversation circle to plan his next move. Where's he headed now? Here he goes. Looks like he's going in for another flirt, which is perfectly understandable. He's doing a pretty good job of covering his tracks, too. He's not making his flirts obvious in the least. There's the second goes off. And it is possible, if he doubled green tested, that he is actually finished his flirts. 2 minutes to go in this last mission. Let's see how this turns out. James. Fake banana breads. That's a known fake because both DAs, well, one of them was at a window and the other one was in a conversation with just the ambassador. So some highlights go. Whoa. James got low-lit. This is not good for Tytalus at all. He needs this game if he wants to finish this up. I don't know why the lowlights. Looking at James. Here he goes to the... Actually, hang on a second. I want to back that up for a moment and see if he actually did a bug there. Because he very well may have. I backed up a little bit farther than I intended, but here he goes. Watching the arm. No bug there. So with 45 seconds to go, James... Oh, right, because bug's not even a mission. Herpadur. So, here he goes in for his inspects. Should get these off. I'm assuming at this point that... Wow, he actually did get normal at there. I'm assuming at this point that he does have his flirts done. Wow! Tytalus. Why are you suddenly so confident it's him? I am surprised, but he's going to go for the banana bread here, and that quite likely could get him shot. There's the BB, there's the bullet, and Tytalus makes it a 5-all game after 10, and that's all that was played. So it was, in fact, a draw, and there's nothing I can do about it. Sorry it was a bit of a shorter show tonight, but as I said... As I said at the beginning, wasn't a whole lot going on in the way of stream, so I had to go back to the olden days of, like, 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. I'm gonna go. All done for today. Once again, same thing happening next week, same time. Same thing happening Tuesday as well. I don't know why I didn't just say Tuesday. But, yeah, I'm all done. So, next time, hopefully I'll have both sides of the stream. But until then, this is Deboshi, signing off.